All right, here you go.
All right, everyone, we're going to focus on how to extract data for domestic companies not affected by tariffs. And I'll go through a step-by-step checklist of how we decide if the tariff dummy is a 1 or 0. As you guys know, 1 equals affected by tariffs, 0 is not significantly affected by tariffs. So let's go over slides. So I made a general Excel sheet with all the tariffs on industries that are exempt or not exempt. But I kind of, for you guys, I highlighted some industries to focus on using ECAN. So look for media publication, financial, legal education, IT software, automotive, and critical minerals. The problem with semiconductors, despite the exempt status, is that we simply don't have the data for it yet. So for now, I'm just going to focus on gathering data for these 5 or whatever you find as well. But these are the general steps. Find an industry using ECAN and check if import volume has stayed below our 5% mark, either increase or decrease. Well, from my general observations, it was mainly a decrease. And we'll use percent change equation for that. Next, we're going to use BRC to find official reports regarding that company and type in keywords like tariff and that equity name as well. And you're going to look through that document and find anything related to tariffs. And you want to find at least like 3 quotes, I'd say 3 to 4 or 5, put on a separate document. And then once you have decided that it's not affected by tariffs, you'll put that company into EQS and just like last time, extract data and put it on a separate spreadsheet.
And are you question?
Yes.
Are you going to demonstrate like this here?
I'll show you right now. I'll show you.
Sweet.
Yeah. So tarification, this is the equation, tariff dummy, not affected by tariffs and is affected by tariffs. Now, like I said before, use BRC on Bloomberg to find official documents. Say if tariffs has impacted the company in any way, shape, or form. List a few quotes, what the quote corresponding title, and then we're going to check ECAN U.S. imports. ECAN imports shows the aggregate amount of imports on a monthly basis or yearly basis. You can change time from 1 year. For this session, we're going to choose a time frame of 1 year. And then on that 1 year chart, focus on the last 2 bars and use a percent change equation to calculate the percent change increase or decrease. And then here, affected is import volume is greater than 5%. Not affected equals import volume less than 5%. That's how we will decide that.
Next slide.
Next slide, please. So here's an example. I did U.S. imports of just general U.S. imports. This circle here is the 2 months we're going to focus on. So this is our new value. This is our new value. This is our old value in our percent change equation. Just grab it on the side here, put it into the equation, and you get a percent change value. But then, next slide, please. So I just did it right here. That's the equation. But for the time frame, we're going to use February 2025 to the most recent data, which is this month. But the first initial wave of tariffs were enacted in February 1st, which is why I wanted to use it. And like I said, we can't use April data because, as you guys know, Liberation Day was enacted in April, but has not released data for that yet. But I wanted to use it. It's really important. We just can't use it as of right now. Next slide, please. So for me, I found that chemical product industry using ECAN on a yearly time frame on the last 2 months was only a drop of 4.4%. So I decide that, okay, tariffs has not significantly impacted this industry. So I gather companies within that industry using EQS and list it on a separate spreadsheet like we did before with domestic companies. Yeah. Next slide, please. And then from there, like I said, BRC, you see those arrows? Type in the keyword tariff and type in the company you want to look at. And look through documents that catch your eye. Read through those documents thoroughly. Don't really use ChatGPT to summarize it. I want you guys to understand the lingo in the documents. And next slide, please. And then EQS to watch list. Look through companies, domestic companies that are not affected by tariffs, do your analysis, and then list that onto the Excel sheet. And like we did before, Same exact process, same exact thing. Don't forget to install Office add-ins like right now, actually. And then, yeah, make a separate spreadsheet, put in all the independent variables, Tobin's Q. Tariff dummy, in this case, for this session, is a 0. Don't forget that. And then all the code, of course, corresponding to the independent variables is in the Excel data extraction Word document. I linked it on the slides. It's in presentations if you want to have access to that. Next slide. And most importantly, teamwork. Make sure you guys work with your teams. Find, like, if you don't know their names, just call them out, break the ice. Coordinate with the other teams as well on what industry you're looking at, so we're not working on the same industry. So we get different data. Next slide, please. And then if you did everything, this is the extra mile. I challenge you to all start trying to figure out how to program the regression. But if you already do, please share with the class, because I don't know how to program myself. And yeah, honestly, I don't know how to program. So this is a team effort. So we're a team here. So yeah, cool. That's all.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, sweet. Good job.
Yeah.